Hey guys, how's it going? It's lawnmower day here in the shop, although I can only count about one lawnmower in here. And we're not even going to mess with it. That's for another day. I gotta kick out these two snowblowers that still haven't been picked up. I gotta send her another message. I know it's not winter, but I need space, so these are going to get kicked outside. I don't care. There's one lawnmower. There's 5, 6 over there. And these two over here are customer mowers. And on the patio is the family mower. So, this one and these two are our targets for today. I've also got those 3 over there that need attention, but those are mine, which would be for sale. So, we'll get these 2 in the shop as well as the one behind me. Alright. Let's see if these fire up. This is our first step in diagnosing it. If it has any spark or if it'll fire up. The customer that has this actually got off the curb. The customer's a good family friend, so they were seeing what I was doing and they wanted to do the same. So let's see if it's going to fire up for us. It does have decent gas. It smells like gas. Hey, be quiet up there. I'm filming, eh? Thank you. I can't believe it worked. And there's oil in the crankcase. It might be a little bit too much. So let's see if this thing will fire up. That can't be good. That's odd. Let's get a plug wrench. I'm not going to point this way because I don't want to get my boat all full of gas and oil. Smells like water. All right. We gotta drain this thing out. Gotta figure out what's in it, in the cylinders. Take the exhaust off. I might even have to take the head off. So, alright, next one. Okay, I just put a little splash of fuel in here. Looks like the fuel line might be cracked. It's not leaking yet. Let's see what she does. carburetor. Okay. Wow. Alright. Phase 2. Okay, I've moved inside now because it's too wet out there. I have my spark checker up, and I'm sure that the gap isn't quite right, but we just want to, this is for checking purposes only. Can you guys watch for spark? See if we're getting any here? I appreciate it. I don't know, guys, we have any spark? Don't all shot at once, eh? Alright, I couldn't see last time, so we're going to check it this time. I also closed the gap up just a little bit to eliminate beyond the shadow of a doubt if we do in fact have spark. Okay, since we were able to see the spark, a nice blue spark, means the coil is okay. So what we got to do is I got to figure out how to drain the engine of any water that's in the cylinders. And I might as well take the bowl off the carburetor and double check that. If it's gunky, well, we already know what's the problem is. But the oil, like I said, when I took the cap off, looked pretty high. So I bet you somehow water got in there, which is, oops, over the winter. My bad. But we're not dead yet. We're okay. I would change the oil anyways. Oh yeah, look at this. Do not overfill. How well you can see that. Yeah. There's a lot of oil in there. It doesn't smell like water, so I think it's just overfull of oil. Which was not me. So, sorry. So that's what this one needs. We gotta check out the carburetor, and then we gotta drain all that oil out. Or I should say drain. I'm gonna drain some of the oil out. I'm not gonna drain it all out because I still want to make sure this thing's gonna run before I do all that. But I want to check the bowl of the carburetor. And yeah, so let's get this on our little makeshift stand here. I need one of those lift tables, but I don't have the money to do it right now. Those things are, I think, $200 at Harbor Freight, and it's a little more than I have to spend right now, unfortunately. Okay, here we are up on the operating table, also known by day known as a tackle box. Now these carburetors, they're not fun to get off, but they are what they are. So what I do is I take the exhaust off, which should come off anyways if it's full of water, and then you can pull the intake off and get everything else off, all the other business off. Something's definitely full of something. I don't know what. I can smell old gas. You know, that varnishy smell. I would say that was the muffler. Well, I've decided to abandon that part of the project. That bottom screw of the intake does not want to come out. So, before we have to go and destroy something that may not be worth fixing, let's just pull the bolt off here. I need a towel. Oh, yes. You guys still see? Oh, yes. I can smell the fuel that's in that carburetor, or that was in the carburetor. And it is not a pleasant smell. It's past the stinky varnish smell and almost to the sludge smell that you get it when you go to a junkyard. Oh yeah. I don't know how well you guys can see that. The end of my socket. We have big problems with this carb. Big problems. Oh buddy. Nice onto green. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no 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 no. Oh boy. Oh man, that is beautiful. I've never seen green gas before. Yummy. Okay, take two. Unfortunately, I don't have a compression gauge with me. There we go. That is all I wanted. Right there. That's fine. Okay, we know that there's enough compression that this thing's going to run. Okay, next patient here in the operating theater, or operating ward. This lawn boy. I've never had good luck with these two-stroke lawn boys. I have one of these outside that had a bad coil, and then the switching mechanism wouldn't turn off. I wouldn't allow the engine to turn off, so I had to put an external switch on. And just to the point where I thought I had it about ready to go, it wouldn't start anymore. So I kind of threw it to the side. So now I have a customer's, and I can't exactly just throw it to the side. So we're going to check for spark. Also a no start situation. We're going to check for spark, and you guys are going to help me with that. And go from there. Alright guys, let me know if you see any spark. Everything is so stiff on this thing. Alright, I gave this monster a little hit of two-stroke into the cylinder. Since we have sparkage. Let's see what it does. Well, in my process I accidentally got the tank off, but oh well, it had to be done. But look how filthy it is underneath there. I mean, talk about disgusting. This is the underside of the tank. I mean, holy Toledo. But that's not the worst of it. I haven't even gotten to the air filter yet. I just drained the fuel. Don't know how well you can see. Can you see what's floating in there other than the obvious crud? The air conditioner guy is here looking at my boat. Yeah, there's water in that fuel, and a lot of water. Alright, I tried an experiment with the checking the air gap on the coil. Well, alright. This is the lawn boy from the carburetor. The carburetor from the lawn boy. Let me try that again. Holy Toledo. I don't know how to English. That's not good. Got a cork. Oh no, cork float. Who knows if it even floats. The inlet needle and seat is quite corroded. Not to mention the whole thing is just downright filthy. So, that might have been part of our starting problem, but it still should have popped. Okay, for the life of me, I've tried just about every conceivable thing I know how to do to get this critter to start, to pop, or do something. We know that the carburetor is filthy, but I have the carburetor removed. If you pour a tiny bit of fuel in the cylinder, it should at least burp or pop or do something. So I've decided that it's time to check the compression of this motor. This is a 2-stroke engine. As with any engine, you have to have 3 things in order to run: compression, spark, and fuel. So, let's check it. I don't know how well you guys can see that. Roughly about 40 psi. I did a little bit of research on these critters. I did a little research on this engine, and it should have a minimum of about 70 to run. So this one is expired. She's not going to run. So I talked to the owner. I think in exchange for my time, he's going to give me this mower, which is like, oh yay. but it has the bag and these wheels I can use, so it's gonna help a couple others live. But too bad it wasn't good news. Okay, here's this Craftsman mower that we were tinkering with earlier. I put a new fuel line on it, as well as I cleaned out the carburetor and air filter. Put a new air filter on it. I'll show you the old one later. Let's see if she's gonna run for us. There it is. I got the bag for it over there. This is a customer mower, so we'll clean her up and I'll give him a phone call. Say, hey, come get your critter. I don't know how well you can see that hole up there, but that's what a bird's toilet looks like. They stick their rear ends out, and here's the target area. How do I know this is the target area? Because that's where I was sitting today when I got hit. I should have known, looking at the family lawnmower here, that this was a prime real estate for target practice. So yeah.